people. I think we can agree there's a lot of us. Over 7 billion, in fact. And we like to talk. Oh yeah, we like to talk. And what better way to satisfy our needs than talking to, well, the whole world? In the increasing trend of social media in today's world, YouTube is one of the fastest growing sites there is. Over 1 billion people visit the site each day, and they watch over 6 billion hours of video. It's pretty impressive. I mean, you know you're doing well when your site's stats are measured in the billions. Every minute, over 100 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube. That's almost as long as watching the entire extended editions of Lord of the Rings 10 times in a row, which I wouldn't recommend, but you get what I mean. Over the course of this documentary, I want to look at YouTube itself, where it began, how it grew and evolved into the behemoth it is today, and where might it go in the future. Unfortunately, I can't promise you any special effects on the level of Steven Spielberg, but hey, we might learn something, and that's always useful, isn't it? Yeah, let's go. So, YouTube began way back in the ancient days of 2005. A year before Twitter and 2 years before the very first iPhone. It was a different time, a simpler time. On April 23rd of that year, the very first video was uploaded to YouTube. Jawed Karim, one of the 3 co-founders of YouTube, uploaded the video, and it was simply titled, "Me at the Zoo." As you can imagine, it wasn't one of the most impressive pieces of film ever produced, but it was a beginning. In 2006, YouTube was chugging along as one of the fastest growing websites on the net. And clearly people were paying attention, because in October of that year, Google purchased YouTube for $1.65 billion. Yeah, a lot of money. Fast forward to today, and here we are in early 2014. The site has seen interface changes, partnerships with other companies, millions of dollars worth of investment, and many, many more developments. But let's get back to one of the most significant portions of YouTube, the users. The users of YouTube, specifically those who upload and create content, are one of the main reasons the site has become so popular. These people, who range from those creating simple videos with webcams in their bedrooms, to others who create studio-produced videos that garner millions of views, are arguably the heart of YouTube. So what I've decided to do was travel the entire globe. Okay, not really the entire globe, we didn't quite have that in the budget, but I did go to London, Belfast and Dublin. I assembled a little task force of YouTubers, pestering them about their lives and their thoughts on the site. I wanted to hear their stories on how YouTube grew, where it is now and where might it go in the future. But hey, you've been staring at my face for long enough. It's time we heard from them.
I became aware of YouTube in probably 2008. I started watching music videos there, and then I discovered that there were people who just talked to cameras for fun. I think I always knew when I was watching other YouTubers that one day I wanted to do what they were doing, and I knew that I could do what they were doing, so I just had to wait and save up some money for a camera, and then I just jumped right in.
I started in about 2010. Most of the stuff was just silly, maybe I'll get viral with this video, and then eventually I tried vlogging. I had been inspired by someone I used to watch, who I was like, you know, this guy makes videos, why can't I start making videos?
I started creating content the day after my 21st birthday, when I realised that I was finishing university soon and I wanted to create a bucket list and tick everything off, and I thought YouTube would be a good way to show my friends.
So around summer 2011 I finished up my job and I was really bored and I had no money either, and I was kind of just like in my house all day, just, you know, moved back with parents, and then I was like, oh, what is there to do? So I just ended up watching a lot of YouTube.
I guess it was like after a year or two when I really started becoming more active in what the community was doing. So if like someone I watched would make a video about a topic, I'd be like, that's a good idea, I'll make something on that topic.
My first year was slow at the start, and as always I was, as most people are, I was quite hesitant about showing my friends what I was doing, because obviously a few people will laugh at you. But then, as soon as I started gaining subscribers, I had this mad week in my first summer on YouTube in which I was on TV3 and I was in lots of magazines and stuff just for doing those videos that I was doing. And yeah, then it kind of just blew up after that. So it started off very slowly, very, very slowly, but then as soon as it blew up, it's been on a steady rate since.
So, as we can see, different people, different interests, and different backgrounds, but all with one common goal: making videos and sharing them with the world. Now, as all these YouTubers progressed and the site grew and grew, the sense of community surrounding these users also evolved. Gatherings of YouTubers were popular in the earlier years, in the UK, America, and all over the world. Some of these gatherings eventually grew so large and in need of organisation that they became full-on events and conventions, such as Summer in the City, VidCon, and Playlist Live. It's clear at this stage the sheer sizes of the audiences YouTube can reach is quite impressive, and this hasn't gone unnoticed. And it's led to the rise of something called MCNs, otherwise known as multi-channel networks. These networks manage a variety of YouTube channels. They offer them support, production assistance, brand deals, and more. So, how has the YouTube community affected our interviewees? And how do they feel about advertising in videos? Does it have a place on YouTube? And also, what are these networks really like?
YouTubers tend to hang out with each other because it's difficult. One of my best friends is a doctor, and when I ask her how was her day and she asks me how mine was, the answers are just, it's daft. I don't know how we manage a conversation at all.
When people get more used to you making videos, they're kind of nearly not afraid to hang out with you, but there's always this kind of running joke of, well, you're not going to film this, are you? And it gets kind of annoying afterwards. Like, no, I'm not going to film like us going to the shop.
Yeah, YouTube has affected my social life. Because of YouTube, I'm engaged. I live in this house. My best friends, my bridesmaids, I met through YouTube related activities.
In a way, I got a lot more friends from YouTube, people that are more like-minded and make similar stuff to me, so I'd say it expanded my social horizons.
I get a lot of emails about advertising apps, and I've never done that, and they offer me money. I'm just not comfortable with it because it's not something I would talk about naturally on my channel.
Every day, I get an email from some company telling me that they want to give me their product so I can talk about it, even though that's not what I do on my channel. I wouldn't even think of it unless I used the product and liked the product.
But yeah, there's a lot of companies out there. It's becoming more and more frequent now that companies are copping on to what YouTube can do, so these emails are coming in at a steady rate.
I think YouTube networks, I think that they can be helpful, but I think that you have to do your research on what network you're getting involved with.
It's good to have that support of people who really know what they're doing, especially since YouTube has gotten so big. And once your channel gets over a certain size, I think you need that kind of support.
If the YouTube network is not offering brand deals, there's no reason to join at all, in my opinion.
Networks are full of promises. They will get you to join on the condition that you'll get all these things, and mostly they don't come true. But they are very good people in some cases, and they do hard work for you.
So it seems that being a part of YouTube socially can be hugely beneficial, with like-minded users coming together to bond over shared interests. But not everyone agrees on the topic of YouTube networks. Some people think it was great to join them, whereas others feel it was a terrible decision. MCNs have been growing steadily since their inception, and as Google continues to push YouTube in new directions in terms of how they offer content, MCNs have adapted accordingly. Channel Flip, Big Frame, Full Screen, Machinima, these are all examples of MCNs that, between all their clients, have millions and millions of subscribers and viewers. And it does remain to be seen where Google will take YouTube in the future and how the MCNs will react. But that's an important question we should look at. YouTube in the future. Where is it going to go? This is the internet after all, and we need look no further than examples such as MySpace and Bebo as to how a massive popular service can just die almost overnight. So will YouTube still be with us in the future? Or will it morph with Google Plus into something larger and unrecognizable? What do our YouTubers think?
I think the next 5 years for YouTube will be very much make or break. Definitely with the whole Google Plus thing, I can see people losing interest, and obviously lots of businesses and TV shows sort of coming onto YouTube, and Simon Cowell apparently is really into YouTube right now.
I feel like YouTube will definitely change its layout 1,000 times in the next 5 years. It'll probably become a lot more into brands, so there'll be a lot more pushed brand channels to subscribe to instead of actual YouTubers.
In the next 5 years, I definitely expect YouTube to become more mainstream in terms of, it's already pretty mainstream, you know what I mean, but this whole vlogger thing with their audiences is going to become a much bigger deal, I think.
Just looking at my TV there, I haven't turned that on to watch TV in about 2 months or so. So that just shows you because I'm just watching YouTube videos.
I'd like to think that whatever job I end up doing, it won't need me to stop making YouTube videos, and hopefully I can even make YouTube videos in a way that complements what I do, like I was talking about making book videos, and I have a few connections in various publishing houses for books.
I know that I'll still be creating content. I don't know if it'll still be in the same way. I don't know if it'll still be on my own YouTube channel under the name Clizzer. I will and 10% still be creating content because it's what I love to do.
I will definitely be making content because even though I have a full-time job, I make YouTube just for fun, and it makes me laugh. Hopefully it makes other people laugh, and it's a fun hobby to have, so I'm pretty sure I'll be doing that.
I very much plan, I think the reason why I put my personal life on YouTube is for that reason. I'd like to make this a long-term thing rather than just make videos and then just stop after a while. The fact that I'm putting up the proposal and stuff is me saying that I want to be here for a long time and I want to document my life, and hopefully people can grow with the videos. It won't just be a phase.
So, there we have it. It seems that wherever YouTube might go in the future, those who are actively engaged in creating content will, for the most part, continue to do so. They may not continue on the website itself if it keeps altering beyond recognition, but hey, they're going to keep creating. And I think that that really is the essence of YouTube, that spirit of creativity and fun that's led to its users coming together in communities and inspiring others to create, leading to the site becoming one of the most powerful in the world. Over the course of this video, we've learned how YouTube began and how it grew, and speculated as to where it might go in the future. We've heard from casual users of the site and users who've crafted a full-time career from it. YouTube has affected all these people in a huge way. It may not always be to everyone's liking, but it cannot be denied that the influence it has on today's generation of media consumers is unparalleled. We may not know what the future holds, but if there's one thing we can depend on, it's this. People are inherently creative. Like, we're constantly coming up with things. You can't stop us, really. YouTube gives anyone, regardless of who they are or what they know, the ability to express this creativity. This little website has profoundly affected the way our generation produces and consumes media. And really, I think that deserves some recognition, don't you? Thanks for watching.